Attitudes are everything. We've had our problems, and we're still sorting out some pretty sticky ones, but where people want integration to work, it will. Integration has worked for Adam. He's a very different person now than he was 2 years ago. At different stages in the process because of staff changes, he's had half the team negative and half positive, but he's never had 100% togetherness. But despite this, he's continued to progress. He gets depressed at times when people put him down and try to lock him out. He's had to cope with more ill feeling and negative talk than any of his peer group. But still, integration has worked for him. Imagine how much better it would be if we adults could get our act together and be positive. Last year, we had a project officer at the school to document the progress of the integration program. I'd like to steal a couple of quotes from her report. The first is regarding a teacher of a child who's a very slow learner and enrolled in the prep group of the school. Quote, "This teacher has developed a firm confidence in teaching ability she had not previously given herself credit for. Her attitude, acceptance of the children with different learning potentials, makes her willing to explore and extend her existing skills until she finds a successful means of achieving for all the children in her care." Unquote. I happen to have had one of my own children in that same prep grade, and I noticed a very positive change in my daughter's attitude to school and her academic work, which coincides with the change in the teacher. This teacher, whom I've known off and on since our own school days, really grew as a person during that year and has now gone on study leave to pursue a special education course. The second quote comes from last year's grade 3-4 teacher. Quote, "Before I took on responsibility of this child, I felt I couldn't cope, but I went back and revalued all my teaching beliefs. That was the best thing I ever did." Unquote. What these teachers are saying is that having children with disabilities in their class and having to respond to their needs has in fact made them better teachers. They've had to look back and ask themselves why they became teachers in the first place, what they hope to achieve for the children in their care. They find they are able to look at all the children as individuals and respond appropriately to each one. With the positive outlook comes imagination and an ability to draw on one's experiences to solve problems as they arrive. Imagined problems are always worse than real ones. These teachers have also learnt the value of parents as resource people. Many of the problems faced by the teachers have already been encountered and dealt with by the parents in previous years. Between them, teachers and parents can pool their past experiences and their imaginations to solve problems.